Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into today's video, well this afternoon's video. I'm very, very late with today's video with one thing and another, so I won't talk about anything else. I'll just get on with the video. We're doing an 8 to 10 day update today, which takes us to around the 10th day of March. So we're going into the new month tomorrow, of course, and that's the start of spring in terms of meteorological spring anyway. I think it'd be fairly wintry actually over coming week to 10 days, with temperatures probably a bit below average as some pretty cold temperatures as well. So we're going to start off with the 500 millibar height anomaly flow charts. We've got the ECMWF here on the top of the GFS, have a look at it in a moment, is on the bottom. 500 millibars, 80,000 feet is an area in the atmosphere, high pressure, low pressure being moved around by jet stream running above. So ECMWF is placing a trough of low pressure to the north and the east of the country with quite extensive blocking to the north of that across the top of the pole. We've got a bit of a ridge out through the central Atlantic as well. It means the jet stream's doing something a bit like that. So it places us on the cold side of the jet within a trough of low pressure. So temperatures will be quite cold through the course of the coming week to 10 days. The GFS is very, very similar as well. I'll just close in on that a bit more so you can see it a bit better. So GFS, very similar. Also, that again is placing a trough to the south of us and to the east as well, with a ridge through the northern Atlantic extending back towards Greenland and towards the North Pole. So again, it means that the flow going rather like that round that trough and the ridge places us on the cold side of the jet stream, and underneath that trough of low pressure going to be unsettled as well. So cold and unsettled really for the first week to 10 days of March. We can see this on the GFS temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks as well. The red line here is the 30-year temperature average in terms of the upper air temperatures. We're going to go a little bit above average tonight and tomorrow. Bit of a warmer push, but after that, generally it's looking quite cool to cold really as we're going out through the first week of March and even into the second week. Dates on the bottom of the chart, so this takes us to around the 9th, 10th of March just here, by which time temperatures are starting to recover. So in the second bit of the ensemble, we do see the temperatures beginning to start ticking up a little bit once again. A lot of scatter, of course, it's a couple of weeks away, but maybe get a bit milder through that second week of March. But certainly quite a prolonged cold spell coming up through the first week to 10 days with precipitation. So this first area of rain is associated with this push up in the temperatures tonight and tomorrow. It will be quite wet in the south tomorrow. And then this second one just here, quite interesting. This is for Thursday going into Friday, when you notice the temperatures are quite cold. So there could be some wintry potential in that period around Thursday, particularly late Thursday into Friday, possibly extending into Saturday as well. We've got to keep an eye on it, and I might update Snowwatch this evening to see what the wintry potential is looking like for the end of the week and the weekend. After that, it's going to be a case more of sort of wintry showers coming through during the end of the first week and into the second week of March. So the temperature anomaly is coming out colder than average for today, the 29th of February, through to the 8th of March. Cold average anomalies for the UK, for most of Central Western Europe, coming out colder than average as well. Precipitation is coming out above average, a little bit anyway. So, as I say, quite an unsettled period coming up, particularly for England and Wales, interesting. Less so for Scotland and sort of northern England. It's really some parts of England and Wales are looking wetter. And that is indicative of that southerly tracking jet stream with the jet going rather like that. So unsettled and cool to cold basically sums it up for the first week to 10 days of March. Here we go then with the generic charts. Is GFS for Wednesday, bringing a trough through the country. That could take a wintry mix, mainly rain, but some hill snow across England and Wales on Wednesday, with colder air following from the north as those northerly winds dig down. The low pressures in the North Sea by the end of Wednesday into Thursday. That could bring gales to eastern coastal counties. But the main thing is the temperature pushing down. Notice the black line here. That's indicative of where the jet stream is. Very much on a northwest-southeast alignment. So colder air is digging in on the northern side of that jet stream. And then we go through Thursday evening and bring this area of low pressure in off the Atlantic. The models are differing on the exact track of this low pressure. The latest GFS wants to really run it down to the south and keep most of us away from it, so that would just take a risk of rain or snow through Wales and southwest England. Other miles, you see them in a moment, have this further north through Thursday and into Friday. And then that leaves us in a cold north to northeasterly wind through Friday itself, and that takes into the weekend. Will be a cold weekend, could be snow showers on eastern coast, there'll be some hard overnight frost as well, because it's Mother's Day on the 6th of March, so it'd be pretty chilly for that if you're planning any trips out with your mums. It's going to be pretty chilly Mother's Day coming up this year. We go through to the start of next week, stay cold, and then we build a bit of a ridge through the middle part of next week. High pressure is starting to move in. Eventually, by day 10, Thursday the 10th of March, we're just starting to try and re-establish those southwesterly winds, but even up to then, generally it's still quite cold. So the first 10 days of March looking fairly significantly colder than average. East WF looking like this. Low pressure to the north of Scotland on Wednesday, bringing down a weather system with a band of rain, sleet or snow for England and Wales. This is the area of low pressure coming in Thursday into Friday. And it's further north, so this is taking rain probably to the south, with risk of sleet or snow for Scotland, northern England, possibly parts of Wales and the Midlands as well. We get through into the weekend, that low pressure's to the southeast, so quite where the snow risk is with this, it's difficult to say, but it could be across parts of England and Wales Friday into Saturday. Gets out of the way over the weekend. We open the door to that cold northerly wind. Really going to be a very cold weekend time of year anyway. And that takes us into the start of next week on a cold and pretty wintry note. Another little trough system coming through here, indicated by this elongation in the ice bars, just taking another band of rain, possibly sleet or snow in across the country early next week. And then the high pressure re-establishing to the southwest. So by the time we get through to day 10, Thursday 10th of March, we're starting to push in those milder southwesterly winds. So after 8 to 10 days, it may start to warm up as we get through into the second week of March. Finally, the GEM, the Canadian model, for Friday, bring that weather system through Thursday night into Friday. Risk of rain or snow. We'll update Snow Watch this evening to see what the wintry potential is with that. Midnight Saturday, that low pressure moving away from East Anglia, opening the door to that very cold northeasterly wind. That could bring snow showers into the east. It will be a cold weekend, as I've explained, with winds in from the north. Definitely hard overnight frost. Could be snow showers in the north and east as well. But normally wind takes into the start of next week, and we keep it through in towards the middle of next week, actually. So staying cold at least into the middle part of next week. By day 10, Thursday 10th of March, again, the southwest is just beginning to re-establish around the top of this ridge, particularly for the north. Even in the south, though, or for the south, even then, on the 10th of March, it's still pretty cold down there. So I think we are in for quite a cold opening to March and quite a cold opening to the spring. There is wintry potential in with this. Definitely going to be some hard overnight frost. I think there could be some snow in places as well. We'll update Snow Watch this evening to see whether the wintry potential is showing up for the end of the week and into weekend. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty cold start to the month. We haven't been able to say this for quite a long time. Will we get our first colder than average month in March since September? It's been a long time since it had a colder than average month. Well, the way we're starting, I wouldn't rule it out. That's it for now then. Come back to Snow Watch this evening. Bye for now.